So hello, good day. For today's lesson, tutuloy natin yung hindi natin natapos kahapon, which is yung standard normal distribution probability. So, review lang, kapag sinabing normal distribution probability, meron tayong empirical rule. So, meron tayong ganyang curve. So, tandaan nyo na lang yung tatlong value, which is yung una, so meron tayong 68%, no? Empirical formula na yan, tansyahan na lang yan. So, that is 68%. So, meron naman tayo ditong 95% and yung pinakadulo, that is around 99.7% kapag normal distribution, no? Kapag sinabi naman nating standard normal distribution probability, this is where your graph is in terms of value neglecting our standard deviation. So in terms of 0, -1, and 1, -2 and 2, and so on and so forth. So yun lang naman yung pinagkaiba, mas madali ang standard normal distribution. So meron lang tayong tatanda ang formula dito, which is in order for you to get the z-score, ito ang ating formula, that is z is equivalent to x minus mu all over sigma. So, I believe na-introduce ko na kahapon yan. And meron naman tayong tinatawag na formula in order to get the area towards the left. So, halimbawa sa curve natin, ito yung shaded portion na yan. Yan yung area towards your left. So, meron tayong formula, direct stub lang din, that is confidence level plus 1, divide mo by 2. So, formula natin yan. Yung confidence level, madalas binibigay yan in terms of percentage. Pero maraming nalilito na yung confidence level, yan yung ginagawa nilang area towards the left. So, huwag kayong malilito. So, yun lamang yung kailangan yung tandaan, and of course, yung skills nyo sa paghanap or yung sa value na hinahanap sa ating Z table. So, ayan, I believe nakagawa na natin yan at nasolve na natin kahapon. Let's proceed to our next problem. So, a machine produces electrical components. Okay? Meron kang electrical components daw na 99.7%. Meron kang length between 1.117 and 1.224. Assuming the data is normally distributed, what are the mean and the standard deviation? So yung 99.7% dyan, that is your confidence level. And meron kang dalawang parameters na binigay na 1.176, so that must be your x1. At meron kang isang parameter na 1.224, that is your x2. At ang tinatanong ay ang mean at standard deviation. So madali lamang kunin yan. Pero take note na mamaya sa ating Z formula, ano ba yung gagamitin natin? Positive ba or negative? So ngayon pa lang sasabihin ko na kapag x1 or kapag minimum value ang Z na gagamitin mo dyan ay ano? That is negative. Negative Z. Kapag maximum value naman or x2, that is positive Z. In order for you to appreciate this formula, isolve na natin para mabilisan na. Okay? So, ang tinatanong kasi, ano daw yung ating mean tsaka standard deviation. So, from the formula, area towards the left is equivalent to confidence level plus 1 all over 2. Meron tayong confidence level na 99.7%. Dagdagan mo ng isa, divide mo ng 2, ang lalabas dyan ay 0.9985. Kapag titingin tayo sa ating Z-table, okay, ang value ng 0.9985 ay nandito sa part na ito. So, i-zoom natin ng konti. Ayun. So, ito siya, 0.99851, 0.99846. Basically, nasa gitna nito. Explain ko lang, nasa thermodynamics sa amin, sa steam tables, nag-i-interpolate pa kami dyan using mode stats. Pero dito, ang gagamitin natin is yung nearest value na lang kasi almost the same lang din ang lalabas dyan. So, ang gagamitin natin dyan ay nasa 2 point, so na katapat siya sa may 2.9 tsaka sa may 0.07, ipag-add mo lang yan. So, basically, ang z-score natin is positive and negative 2.97. So, balik na tayo sa ating sinosolve. So, therefore, ang ating z is equivalent to positive and negative 2.97. So, solve na natin. From the formula, z is equivalent to ano? X minus your mean all over standard deviation. So, ang diskarte dito, gawa ka na lang ng dalawang equations and then kunin mo yung dalawang values na hinahanap using linear equations. So, maraming possible ways, pero gawa ka muna ng equation. So, ang z natin, again, ang z natin ay in terms of positive and negative. Positive kapag maximum value and negative naman kapag minimum value. So, ang gusto ko munang hanapin siguro is yung positive value or yung maximum value. So, positive ang gagamitin ko. 2.97 is equivalent to your x, sabihin natin x1, minus your mean. Yun yung hinahanap all over your standard deviation. Rearranging the equation, makikita mo or malalaman mo na ang ating first equation is equivalent to mu is equivalent to 1.176 plus 2.97 ng standard deviation. So that is your equation number 1. So from the formula again, kinuha natin yung maximum value. This time, kunin natin yung minimum value. So, negative ang ating gagamitin na z-score. So, that is negative 2.97 is equivalent to x2 minus your mu all over standard deviation. So, ang ating equation, kapag i-rearrange mo yan, that is equivalent to your mu is equivalent to 1.224 minus 2.97 na standard deviation. That is your equation number 2. Now, from the two equation, meron kang two equations to unknown sa inyong algebra. Alam ko, alam nyo na yan. Gusto ko lang introduce yung Caltech, no? Pwede nyo gamitin yung Caltech na Mode 5.1. Unfortunately, wala akong calculator dito sa laptop, pero pwede nyo i-discover, no? Mode 5 lang, Mode 5.1 lang yan. And then, in terms of x and y lang yung hinahanap na value. Pero, palitan nyo na lang yung mu ng x and then yung standard deviation ng y. This time, ang gagawin natin is yung elimination method. So, pwede rin substitution method, kayo na bahala, pero mas mabilis ang elimination. So, ipag-add ko lang yan para ma-eliminate itong 2.97. So, ang matitira, that is 2 mu is equivalent to pag-add mo lang yan, ano ba yung value na yan? So, ang value na lalabas dyan, pag pinag-add mo yung 1.176 plus 1.224, that is actually equivalent to 2.4. So, pwede mo nang mentalin, ang value ng mu ay equivalent sa 1.2. So, ganun lang kabilis mag-solve ng ating standard normal distribution. So, kapag nakuha mo na yung mu, magsalpak ka na lang sa anumang equation. So, siguro salpak mo sa equation 1, dapat ang lalabas na standard deviation dyan ay 0.008 centimeters. So, ganun lang kadali. Plug and play lang, basta alam mo yung formula, alam nyo maghanap ng value sa z-table, then we are good to solve standard normal distribution. Next problem tayo. Okay, next problem. Ayan. A coffee company packs coffee marked as 250 grams. A large number of coffee packs were weighed and the mean and standard deviation were calculated. So, meron ka daw mean, meron ka ding standard deviation. Assuming that the data follows as normal distribution, what percentage of the coffee is underweight? So, basic lamang yan. So, from the formula, meron kang z-score is equivalent to x minus mu all over standard deviation. So, meron ba tayong lahat ng given? Meron kang mu, meron kang standard deviation, meron ka ding x, itong 250. So, salpak mo na lang sa given formula. So, z is equivalent to 250 minus 255 all over yung standard deviation natin na, so, nasa na yung problem? 2.5. So, 2.5, kapag sinasabayan nyo kung magpindot sa calcu, ang lalabas dyan ay negative 2. So, yan yung ating z-score. So, ang area towards the left, ano ba yung value ng negative 2 sa ating z-table? So, babalik tayo, z-table. Negative 2.5, that is, or negative 2, I should say. So, negative 2, ayan, nabilugan ko na pala. That is 0.02275. 0.027, 0.02275. In terms of percentage, multiply mo lang ng 100, kaya ang sagot natin ay 2.275%. So, ganun lamang kabilis, no? Plug and play lang. Next item tayo. Number 16. A company makes parts for a machine. The lengths of the parts must be within certain limits or they will be rejected. A large number of parts were measured and the mean and standard deviation were calculated. So, meron kang 3.1.005. Meron kang mean, meron ka ding standard deviation. Assuming this data is normally distributed, and ayun, meron ka ring 99.7% na confidence level, which is na-solve natin kanina, meron siyang equivalent value na positive and negative 2.97. I-reply nyo na lang kanina kung hindi nyo na-gets. So, para mabilis tayo, no? So, in order for us to solve this problem, dalawang limits lang yung hinahanap. So, meron kang formula ulit na z is equivalent to x minus mu all over standard deviation. So, gagamitin natin ulit yung positive value ng z sa maximum limit at negative value ng z sa minimum limit. So, again, yung positive value natin is positive 2.97 is equivalent to our limit, first limit, no, minus yung ating mu, that is equivalent to 3.1 all over standard deviation natin na 0.005. So, no need to rearrange the equation since meron naman tayong shift solve sa ating calculator. So, kung sinasabayan nyo ako, ang value ng ating x1 is 3.115 meters. Para mahanap mo yung x2, ganun lang din. Pero ang pinagkaiba, kukunin mo yung negative value ng ating z. So, negative 2.97 is equivalent to x2 minus 3.1 all over ang ating standard deviation, which is 0.005. Therefore, ang ating x2 ay equivalent sa 3.085 meters. So, tapos na agad ang isang problem. There you go. I believe meron tayong final item sa ating standard normal distribution. So, the ages of the population is normally distributed. So, meron kang mean daw na 43 at meron kang standard deviation na 14. So, kung yung town daw, meron siyang population na 5,000, that is your N. How many would you expect aged 22 to 57? Basically, meron kang binigay na x1, that is your minimum limit, and x2, your maximum limit. So, para ma-solve natin yan, ganun lang din ulit. Ganun lang din ulit. So, meron ka kasing formula na z is equivalent to x minus mu all over standard deviation. Ngayon, paano natin makukuha yung ating z? So, hindi natin alam, no? Pero meron kang limit 1, meron kang mu, at meron ka ding standard deviation. Okay? So, yung z natin, yung ating first z-score, that is equivalent to your first limit, which is 22. Okay, meron kang 22 minus yung mean natin, that is 43. So, meron kang 43 all over standard deviation natin, meron kang 14. Okay. Kapag i-input mo yan sa calcu, that must be negative 1.5. Okay? At kung alam mong maghanap sa z-table, ang value ng negative 1.5 ay ano? Ang value ng negative 1.5 ay, so nasa negative tayo. So ito, 0.06681. Kung makikita mo ito, ayan, yung part na yan. So 0.06681. So yan yung value ng ating area towards the left ng ating first limit. So gawin mo lang din yan sa second value, ano? So Z2 is equivalent to ang ating larger limit ay 50, ayan, 57. So 57, kopyahin mo lang yung ating mean which is 43. All over yung standard deviation natin na 14. Kapag pinindot mo yan sa calcu, dapat ang lalabas dyan ay 1. Tama, 1. So sa z-table natin, ang value ng 1 ay exactly or approximately dito siya sa bandang sa kabila. So yung 1 natin ay equivalent sa ito, 0.8413 ay ang part na yan. So 0.8413. So balik tayo. So 0.8413. Ayan. 0.8413. So yan yung value ng or yan yung area towards the left ng ating Z2. Ngayon, kung magdo-drawing tayo ng table, ng graph from this graph, okay? Pasensyahan nyo na lang yung drawing. So kapag halimbawa yan yung ating graph, so yung negative 1.5, so ito, ibang kulay naman. Let's say black. So yung negative 1.5 natin, so kung ito yung gitna, that is 0. Tapos ito yung 1, 2, 3. Ito yung 1, 2, 3. Okay? So this must be your 1, your 2, 3, negative 1, negative 2, and negative 3. So yung negative 1.5 natin around dito. Diyan. And yung 1 natin, of course, tapat mo lang dyan sa may 1. And yung area between yan, yung area towards that portion, yan yung hinahanap natin, no? Kung ilan sila. So, let's say yellow naman ngayon or green. So, yan yung area nito. Okay? Since yung area ng negative 1.5 is 0.00681, yung part na yan ay ito. Yung part na yan ay mula dito hanggang dito. So, yan yon. Ngayon, itong 0.8413 naman, yan yung area mula dito papunta dito. Okay? I-shade mo lang yan. So, using logic, ang gagawin natin para makuha yung shaded portion ay pag-minusin mo lang itong dalawang value na ito. Kasi ito yung area towards the left. Okay? So, yung shaded portion natin, that is equivalent to, so the area shaded is equivalent to 77.45%. No? Paano ko nakuha yan? Again, pinag-minus ko lang yung dalawang value since yung dalawang value na yan is yung area towards the left. So, tama ba? 0.8413 minus 0.06681. So, nagkamali ako ng value dito, no? So, this must be 0.06. Hindi 0.006. Ayan, 0.06681. So, lalabas dapat dyan is 77.45%. Yan na ba yung hinahanap? Ang hinahanap ba ay percentage? Hindi. Ang hinahanap, how many? So, hindi percentage. So, para makuha mo yung percentage, i-multiply mo lang yung 77.45% sa 5,000. So, again, ang lalabas na value kapag minultiply mo yan sa 5,000 ay ilan sila? So, around 3,873 people. So, ang range na hinahanap dyan between 22 to 57 ay 3,873. So, yun lamang po ang ating lecture for standard normal distribution. Again, ang exact value na lalabas dyan ay 3,872.5. Now, ang gagawin natin is always round up, no? Always round up. Kaya, halimbawa, ang lumabas dyan is 3.72.2. That is also considered as plus 1, no? So, 3873 pa rin ang ating final answer. So, yun lamang ang ating discussion for standard normal distribution. I hope natuto kayo. So, gawa na lang ako ng separate lecture regarding exponential distribution. So, yun lamang.